One thing we have to give Mark Golden credit for is that whenever situations occur in which he sees the opportunity to capitalize and look important as if he has the knowledge or the power to do something, he's going to take that opportunity. And in this particular article right here, so Mark Golden was called out because Mark Golden is politicizing what happened to Usain Bolt to make it appear as if there is something him or anybody else can do to ensure a favorable outcome for Usain Bolt. Now, if you understand PNP history, you know that anytime you hear PNP talk about commissions of inquiry, it's just one of their old civil society groups.
I challenged the business community to set up a civic committee. And it's called a civic committee, but I made sure that it is full of PNP people because we have an agenda
That they set up to appear. You know, Mark is a man who cares about appearances. Just to appear as if they're going to do something and then nothing happens. So, the lady refers to FinSac. Mark Golden was one of the biggest beneficiaries of FinSac, him and his friend Peter Bunting. And they set up commissions of inquiry. And we saw many of those videos, but what became of those situations? What was Mark Golden saying all along as it relates to Bolt's money until Bolt said something the other day and a lot of people reacted to it? But no, Dayton politicize it, Mark politicize it, a lot of people are politicizing. The PNP not really have nothing to go on for them right now. They're clutching at straws in order to keep this dead party alive. So Davis White, the trade unionist, is letting us know that one of the things that we want to know coming out of this situation is SSL was already flagged for non-compliance and mismanagement of clients' funds, yet they were allowed to continue. So these are things that the public wants to know. But we know that when it comes on to accountability for certain matters, when it comes on to Tapanaris people, we know how it go. One rule for Peter, one rule for Paul. So why is it that they were allowed to continue to operate, which resulted in the massive loss of billions of dollars, with over 200 persons affected, and Usain Bolt, of course, being the one that's been affected the most? People reserve the right to talk about this situation. It's a public situation, and it's up to Usain to say how he feels about how the situation is being handled or not being handled. Nevertheless, there's a right way and there's a wrong way of doing things. So just as I've been saying in a number of my shows recently, that voter education is going to be very important. I believe that anytime something big happens in the country, a lot of people feel that the government can just step in and deal with it. So now that we find out Mark Golden, a British man, everybody think the government should have deal with it. This happened with Usain money. The government should step in and deal with it. But just remember what happened in a FinSac. Mark Golden, them didn't know, say, with what happened with the financial meltdown in the 90s and the government setting up FinSac and basically using FinSac to sack the people them money from them. Mark Golden and Bunting benefiting the most out of those billion-dollar deals based on taxpayers' money. Them know very well, say, there are many things the government can just arbitrarily step in and deal with. Listen, the government, they come in like a KSAMC who don't they just issue out taxpayer money, playing partisan politics. The call out here so is, we want to understand why due process was not followed and the SSL was allowed to rip off Usain Bolt's money. We also need to find out from a prosecutorial standpoint who else needs to be answerable to what happened within SSL. These are things that the public needs to know. But to talk about PNP opening up commission of inquiry and so on, nobody look to that for nothing because nothing now going to come out of that. A foolishness Mark Golden attack. Mark Golden know very well, say, a lot of people out there, they are easily led. And when in talk like that, people are going to jump up and say, oh, Usain, go and get back his money. But this lady right here is letting us know that don't speak like that and do not overpromise any kind of refund, or don't suggest that the money will be refunded because the outcome of the situation is quite skeptical as Golden pledges SSL inquire if PNP forms the next government. Mark Golden is clutching at straws. That's the reason why he's doing it. We saw the internal poll leak the other day, and Golden is losing on every front. We just saw another one from Nationwide, Blue Dots poll, and the poll is showing us that the people them not have no confidence in Mark Golden, even with all of the campaigning. And we know why this is so. Mark Golden is seen as average and not a good replacement for Andrew Holness because he simply has no plans and he hasn't shown the people what he will do differently. So when you see him come out here, so at a talk, an empty talk, Mark Golden I make. Golden is a disgrace in everything that he's doing. You see him come out the other day and him gaslight the people them about nothing untoward is happening at the KSAMC. You hear him with him big empty chat them down at Andrew Holness constituency as if he can continue to fool people. You see how much he is triggered by Portmore becoming a parish. PNP always a hold down Jamaica and Mark Golden is just the latest one to do it. So when you hear Mark Golden talk, take it with a grain of salt. It's all empty talk to save his dying political career and to save the dying PNP because guess what? The voters them get smarter now. All of the poll them, all it a tell we know is that the only people who are look on PNP are the ones who still have vote for color. The older people them who still have vote for color, who they get tricked by Michael Manley. But there's a new emerging, more intellectual set of Jamaicans, the younger Jamaicans, who are there to see the hypocrisy of the PNP, who decide, say, no, we are going to continue with this government. And so we are say, with everything that Golden has said, we now pre with him say right now. And we said third term straight for the labor rights because the labor rights are winning in every single way and it is making Mark Golden and the PNP mad. Go in the comments right now and let me know what you think about this. This is a steady saying. Like, share, and subscribe. Steady.